ladies and gentlemen, why don't you sit with me and take a look at, God, what is it called? The Accera or some shit like that?
Excelsior!
Excelsior! What is that? Silver Linings Playbook? But anyways, this has basically replaced two boots. It replaced the Blauvelt, but this is the Blauvelt boot and the Energy Boost combined. And I love it. It has their gold level liner, which I believe just has, you know, like a very similar feel to the silver. It says it has some mesh going on in it, but unlike the Blauvelt and unlike the Energy Boost, they added a couple really cool things here. They did double boa.
Double boa.
But for me, I'm not as excited about double boa as I am excited about this articulating cuff, along with a nice, you know, kind of a rubber reinforced backstay. And it's now their most responsive boot in their line. I think they call it an 8 out of 10. And it's kind of, it's like a step above the tactical ADV, and it's a step above, what's the other one, the Response. But it's got that same amazing footbed that the Energy, or sole, that the Energy Boost had and the tactical ADV still has. It's got nice rubber that really grips well in soft snow. It's a great boot for hiking in for that reason, but it's not the best. I really like the Continental rubber of the of their other boots, like the Superstar, no, the Super Pro, the Superstar. Yeah, Superstar. I always confuse it with the Contact Super Pro. Yeah, am I sitting in the sun? Here, let's angle it. Yeah, there we go. There's a little better sun angle, huh? And you can kind of see I wish they had a little bit of that Continental rubber here and there, because I feel that grips better in the hard snow, like in the lift lines. Like when I had some icy snow on those, I liked that a little better. However, I still find this so great. And look, this is the best shock absorption in the industry. I feel like I'm on pillows. You know, joints are getting older. I'm no spring chicken anymore. And hitting kickers, bad hips. Doctors even told me, you know, try not to jump too much. And I try not to, but I still can't help it. And when I'm wearing boots like these with the Energy Boost technology, I'm really keeping things dialed. I never feel any pressure on my hips. It's not like I'm out doing flat landings, but this thing can handle flat landings. You could even combine this with like some of the probably worst bindings when it comes to shock absorption, the Flux. This would still be semi-shock absorbent, but compared with a good shock absorbent binding, you're getting an amazing balance between response and shock absorption that I truly like. And now let's talk about this double boa. I want to show you something here. If you can kind of come up, I want to show you what happens. Notice, see, this is all still loose. I feel this grabbing around my ankle and around my front foot, and then this upper is separate. And for me, as a person who loves adjustability, I'm not personally into the Focus boa where these overlap here, so the upper and lower overlap, and you can't really get separation. Now, that has its purpose, and it really does help people with heel hold, for those who have, you know, small ankles or have, for some reason, an unnecessary paranoia of heel lift. I just, you know, it's never been a problem for me, but I love the fact that you have the same upper and lower adjustability as you do speed lace. So see, that's great. And the tracking of these boas is amazing. And I'm not a boa guy. I like traditional lace and speed lace. But I'll tell you, this is a boot I could, if I have to do boa, and I know I'm in the minority here, a lot of people love boa and live for it. But if I had to do boa, I would do this kind of boa as opposed to the overlapping focus boa. And I gotta say, you know, with their whole line this year, with a lot of their boots, I felt some undue pressure in weird places. Like either, yeah, like so either right along here, I'd feel either pressure on the roof or pressure right in the top of the ankle or the roof of the foot, where the roof of the foot meets the ankle. And day one, I brought my tactical ADVs from last year, just in case these got uncomfortable, but I ended up riding all day. The only thing I would say, and I'm gonna stand up here for this, wipe my butt off, is I kinda wanna show you this when tightened up. There are still some, it's definitely better than last year, but there are still some weird pressure points, especially when the bindings are on. And you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see there, but focus in right there. See how that slides forward, creases here, and you can kind of see it's getting some crow's feet already. And it creates pressure right here at the very end of the roof of my foot before it starts going into my toes. And it's okay, and it's very mild, but with certain bindings, depending on how they grip, I've tried this with the Burton Genesis X, with the Union Atlas, and the Union Super Pro. And the Union Super Pro, these are the 2017 Atlas with a different ankle strap. The Union Super Pro has the new ankles, the new Atlas's ankle strap for 2018. But I found that the Atlas and the Genesis X were the best with this boot, where I felt that the Super Pro, and that ankle strap from the Super Pro, really emphasized pressure right here on the roof of my foot. But I could wear these all day, and it's minimal pressure, and I did not feel like the day was ruined. I actually truly enjoyed riding these all day, and it's amazing for first day boot. And I really got a really good personality. It's definitely responsive. It's got a little more, it seems like it's got just a slightly softer flex than the Energy Boost did last year. I feel like their whole line kind of softened up a little bit, and maybe that's what they did with the tongue, trying to make it conform a little more. I think my only issue is I would love to see, I'm gonna bring it back down here, I'd love to see, I don't know how to fix that, you know, because I'm not a boot designer, I'm not the master, like the guy who's doing this now, who's just a badass who, you know, made some of my favorite Burton boots and you know, cleaned up a lot of companies and made them better when he's there, and he's doing this with Adidas. But I put this question to him, is like, what do? Do you put some kind of like bridge over here to really secure this? But then would that affect the comfort here now? Because there's comfort here now. It just bites here. What do? Do you put a reinforcement here so this doesn't flex forward and then just bends evenly? Because right now I feel like it's bending perfect here. It's just biting down right where the tongue meets the board. But you know, maybe now it's a softer boot, so maybe over time my foot could win and kind of, you know, and it's going to soften up there. But it's definitely going to break down and get softer there. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say there. But something, I'd still like to see them tweak it. I think it's definitely moving forward in the right direction, but I'd love to see them tweak it to make sure this fits every foot and has a nice forward flex without losing too much stiffness. So that's it.